Hey y'all, so I am back with another video. Finally, I know it has been a minute since I have uploaded, but I have just kind of been taking some time, just kind of, doing me, I guess. I have been doing nails now for a couple of years, y'all, more than a couple of years. And sometimes I just need a break. When I first started doing nails, I made sure that I was just trying to go pretty much hard when it came to my social media, my YouTube, all of that stuff. But here recently, I've kind of just been on chill mode, and sometimes you just need that. And I guess if I took it, I really did need it. But I'm going to start trying to do better. I know you probably hear that a lot from people just in general, but that's the only thing we can do is try. So as I said, I have still been doing nails full time, but as you know, I do other crafts too. I do shirts, tumblers, and all that kind of stuff. That's something that I have been doing a lot of also. So my time has kind of been split between the two. Now, this set, y'all, I recorded a long time ago. Well, not too long ago, like a month ago. And I do that sometimes, y'all. I'll have the intentions to do something and then I'll just never get around to it. But that lets you know that I still am trying to do my videos. So this set is pretty much just a fall inspired set. So I'm starting off by doing my natural nail prep. I have pushed back her eponychium, went in with my cuticle bit, and now I'm coming in with my sanding band and just carefully removing the shine from her natural nails. Now you can see me going over them a little bit more than I normally would, and that is because she still has a little bit of acrylic left on there. So I'm gently going over that. If I can't get it all off, that's okay. I'll just leave it, but I'm going to try to get most of it off with my sanding band. Okay, so once I finish all of my natural nail prep, I'm going to apply her tips and then shape them into a coffin style. Once I do that, I'm going to start with my design. Now for this design, I'm going to be using some dip powders for all of my colors. They are from Saviland, and I hope I'm saying that right. I always mispronounce stuff, y'all, so don't even mind me if I do. But I have been using dip powders for forever. As soon as they came out, I never used them as intended. I just use them as acrylic powders because that's pretty much what they are. Now, this dip set has a wide range of colors, pretty much all of the colors that you need. I'm going to pick out just some warm tones and start with that. So I'm going to start with the ring finger, and this one is going to be just a full nude. So I'm going to take my nude color, and this one is by Mia's Secret, I believe. And I'm going to take just a good sized bead, place it at the center of the nail, and just take my time and really allow that product to come down on its own, but then guiding it on the inside by tapping it on the sides and keeping it in the shape that I want. So once I do that, I'm just going to go over and smooth all of that out, starting from the top of that bead down to the tip. So once I have the tip shaped and smooth how I like it, I'm going to come in and add a second bead, and this is just a small bead that I'm placing pretty much on top of where I placed my first bead, and I'm going to use this for my apex. So I'm going to tuck that in, try to keep most of that product just there at that spot, and then I'm going to just walk it down and blend it through the first bead. So next I'm going to come in with my cuticle bead, and I'm making this bead a little bit bigger than I normally would because I feel like my tip is a little bit too thin. So what I'm going to do is take that cuticle bead, apply it, kind of walk it down, and then bring it all the way through towards the tip. So for this nail, I'm going to be doing a V-cut French. So I'm going to start close to the cuticle area with a medium-sized bead. Going to place it there, and then I'm going to start walking it down. Now notice how once I lay my bead down, I try to bring most of that product and push it in. This is what's going to keep that bead from falling off of the sides. I know when I first started, that was the most irritating thing that I had to deal with as a beginner. My sides would be so messy, and now as I have been doing this for a couple of years, I find that's the most important thing about your application, keeping it clean. It's less work when you do it like that. So once I have that bead brought all the way down, I'm going to come in with a X-Acto knife, and I'm just going to cut out that pointed French. Now once I have my cut made, I'm going to come in and start building this nail back up. So this is my second bead. I'm going to apply it there. So this could be my apex, blend it through the first bead, and then I'm going to come in with my cuticle bead and also blend that through. So once I have all of my nudes down, I'm going to come in with those dip powdered colors. I'm going to start with this very pretty sunflower yellow, and I'm going to start at the tip. So with this dip powder, it is taking longer to dry. So I'm really just kind of keeping it inside the tip and making sure that it doesn't spill out onto my sides. Now I could go in and add a little bit of acetone to my monomer. That'll help it dry up. You can always warm up your monomer. That also helps when it comes to drying up. Or you can use the new Cura Sky. They have some drops that you can put in your monomer that will help your powder go faster. I do have that, and I really don't use it. I used it a couple of times and I really didn't see a big difference when I was using it. I feel like if you take a bowl and you put some hot water in it and then you put a glass of monomer inside, that helps speed up that acrylic much more than those drops. So I don't know if I was liking that little Cura Sky droplets. So I'm going to give that yellow time to dry, and I'm going to move on to the pointer finger. Now for this one, I'm going to be doing a marble. So I'm going to apply a clear base first, and then I'm going to come in with my colors and just start to swirl them. Now, anytime you're doing marble, it doesn't have to be precise. It's kind of just rustic, however you make it. And the only thing is make sure when you're picking up your beads that you're picking them up wet. This peach color is also from that Saviland dip color set. So I'm taking that peach color, yellow, my nude, and I'm just swirling that around. And then I wanted to bring more darkness into this set, so I'm going to get a dark brown and just swirl that in here also. So now I'm going to take that same peach color and I'm going to apply that right on top of this yellow, and this is what I'm going to use to create my little double ombre. The closer you can get in like the same color family, the easier it's going to be to ombre those two colors together. So these colors went very well. I really didn't have a problem blending them together. I just placed that peach there, blended it back, blended it through the tip, and now I'm going to come in with just a little bit more yellow just to blend those together even more. So I'm going to let that ombre dry, and then I'm going to come back to my marble and I'm going to add a little bit of glitter to that. So I'm just taking a mix of some gold, some copper, a little bit of brown glitter, and I'm just adding that to the edge of that marble. So jumping back to the pinky, I'm going to come in and finally add my nude. So I'm taking a small bead, placing it at the center of the nail, kind of holding it there in that position, and then I'm just going to blend that nude color down. First I'm going to walk it down a little bit and then blend it through. So once I finish with that nude color, I'm going to come in and cap this with clear. So I'm starting with a medium-sized bead at the center of the nail because I want more towards the tip area. I felt like my tip was really thin. So I'm taking that clear and I'm going to walk it down the tip, making sure that I'm getting complete coverage. And then I'm going to smooth it out, blend it through, and this nail is capped. So I also went in and capped that marble nail, and now I'm coming back to my V-cut French and I'm just going to fill this in with the yellow. So I finished all of the nails on the thumb. That one is also the double ombre, and now I'm going to go in and just hand file these. I'm starting with the edges first. I'm going to make sure that I have them nice and crisp in that coffin shape, and then once I do that, I go in with my e-file, give it a little buff with the e-file, then come back and smooth it out with my hand file, and then these are all done. So for these nails, I feel like they're going to be just like a real pretty subtle design. So for my design, I'm going to be doing some 3D flowers. That's the only thing that I'm going to be adding to this set. So I'm starting off by capping the nail that I'm going to put the flowers on, and I'm using my Young Nails stain resistant top coat. And once I have that cured, I'm going to make sure that I wipe it free of that sticky layer. And now I'm coming in with my Ugly Duckling Stick It, and that's just a glue gel, and I'm applying that, and then I'm going to apply some diamonds here, and those are going to act as my centerpiece for the flowers. So for my flowers, I'm going to take each color that I used in the set and I'm going to mix it with the nude, and that's the color that I'm going to get for my flowers. Now when I say mix, I'm pretty much just going to double dip. So I'll start with a dip into my nude and then I'll dip it into the color and then place my bead. And when I was doing these 3D flowers, I did add a lot of acetone to my monomer. I don't mind doing it when it's like this with 3D flowers, but sometimes I worry about using the acetone on the set because I just don't want any product breakdown with the foundation of the nail. But for this part, 3D flowers, I'm gonna load it up with acetone so that acrylic can dry pretty fast. And I'm also giving the product time to dry by applying the bead and then moving on to a previous bead I've already done, and so on and so on. So that's why you see me jumping back and forth between each petal. I'll place the bead, give it time to dry, move on to another one, and then go back if I need to. So after I completed the flowers, that was it for this set. I went in and top coated them and we ended up loving them. Just a really cute fall set. So you guys make sure that you continue to stay tuned in. I already have some Halloween sets lined up. Halloween has to be one of my favorite times of the year. So I cannot wait to show you guys the designs that I end up creating. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in another video. Bye.